Hello and welcome to the 13th RLIGOLF podcast of 2018. You're listening to your PGA professional Ryan Ingram, and if you haven't tuned in with us before, we release one podcast per week talking about golf-specific topics, whether it's swing tips, random life as a golf pro, or the hot topics of 2018 on tour. In this episode, we're going to talk about 5 reasons why you're not getting better at golf. So we could have went on and talked about a lot more topics in this area, but I've narrowed it down to 5 reasons I believe are the most common for you not achieving your goals within your golf. So let's get on to number 1. Number 1 is you're practicing the wrong thing. So we're in a social media world right now, and we want the golf swing to look good. We want to look good as on the photographs, on the videos. But this could be detrimental to you actually hitting good golf shots. Yes, we want to look like the pros. However, we generally can't hit a golf ball like the pros if our golf swing is going to look somewhere like the pros, because it's not efficient to us. Yes, it is to them, and them are exceeding at what they are doing. However, for us, if we are trying to make our swing look good, it's not necessarily going to impact or improve our golf swing or our performance on the golf course. So first thing there is, don't make it look good, make it perform better for you. So what I say is that our posture, we can look like a professional, but we don't necessarily have to swing like one. And this is just due to us not having flexibility like the professionals do, or not having the hand-eye coordination or the movements that are created to be able to achieve the positions that the pros do. They practice day in, day out. The majority of us, we don't do that. We may practice once, twice a week and get ourselves 9, 18 holes out on the golf course, where these guys are practicing every day, 7, 8 hours. They are putting hard work in to make their golf swing look like they do, but it also performs for them. So the next thing I want to talk about is that, in the same topic, practicing the wrong thing, is your playing partners. Your playing partners have a massive impact on what you're going to practice. I see it day in, day out in the teaching bay. Lessons come in and a lesson said to me, okay, my mate said that blah, 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 my backswing's not, it's coming inside, or I'm really aggressive from the top. You might be in these positions, but are they affecting your performance? And that's why you've got to seek out a PGA professional to get the correct advice to improve your swing. If you're working on the wrong thing, it could highlight more bad symptoms into your golf swing and therefore make you worse, not better. You've got to directly find that root cause of the problem to make your golf swing perform better, not necessarily look better, but perform better for you, and get that golf ball onto the fairway, onto the green, in the least amount of shots as possible. So the next topic I want to go on to is impatient. So a lot of golfers, including myself here in this one, want that change to happen straight away. And it's not going to happen like that. With a change, it's going to take somewhat 12 weeks with a good process and plan in place to make one change and effectively use that on the golf course. What I see day in, day out with my pupils is that before they're educated, they'll go in, have a lesson, they'll go out on the golf course and say, oh, well, it didn't work on the golf course. It's not going to happen like that. One lesson is not going to change how you're going to perform on a golf course. As a coach, we could give you a quick fix, but it's only going to last maybe 1-2 rounds before you start to get back into that comfort zone where you feel that you perform best, when actually we need to get you out of that comfort zone and we need to start getting them changes built in. Yes, it's going to be a process. We've got to understand that. We've got to take a step back and go, okay, I'm at this stage. I've got to work through these stages to get back onto the golf course, but back onto the golf course performing better with these new changes now in place. And it's hard. It is hard because we want them 90s to be into the 80s. We want them 80s to be into the 70s and so on. But it's a process within golf, like it is with anything that you do in life. To make a change, to improve, it's got to be a process. Whether you're on a diet, it takes around about 12 weeks to see changes happening for you to lose weight. It's the same thing within golf. It takes around about 12 weeks for a change to happen, and you've just got to be patient with it. Let that cycle happen. Build yourself into that cycle. Go with that cycle, and you will start seeing small but big steps into achieving what your goals set out to be before you came into that teaching bay. And that PGA coach, whether it's myself or someone close to you, can really benefit and put a plan into place that you've got a practice schedule when you're next on the golf course or in the practice area, like the driving range. So that kind of goes into my next point, where we want to go to the driving range and we want to make that practice useful. What we don't want to do is just hit golf balls. We need a plan into place, work on the right area of your game. And this is generally what I see a lot of people doing on the practice area or the driving range, is that all they're doing is getting the driver out. This is the worst part of my game, and it's not necessarily the correct answer for that. I hear it all the time again in my teaching bay. They pull out the driver, first club that they take out of the bag. I'm not hitting this well, I need a lesson on this. Stop there. It's the wrong thing. Just because you've hit 1-2 shots out of bounds the round before, it doesn't necessarily mean that's the worst part of your game. If you went into more detail around about your game and really got some stats built up there, what you'll find over a period of time is that it's probably your putting or your chipping or your 60 yards and in that's the real issue that you need to work on to improve your scores, rather than you going, well, I hit 2 bad shots off the tee. Okay, you've probably lost 4 shots off there, but you've probably lost about 10 shots with your chipping and putting. That's the area and the key area you should be working on when you're going out on the practice area. And this is something that we can do through an on-course lesson. We can find out and work out these weakest areas, so we can put a plan together as a coach for you to improve that weakest area and build that consistency up in the whole of your game, where you'll be able to find a lot better results doing that, rather than coming in, right, I need to work on my driver, I need to hit this straighter. Is it going to really happen? Yes, we could improve it slightly, but the driver's the hardest part of the game. It's the longest club, it's hardest to control, and we're going to miss fairways. Even the professionals miss fairways. We've got to accept that. We can't hit every fairway on the golf course, but what we can do is recover from them spots, recover from them positions, and get that golf ball in the hole in less shots than you would normally, just by working on that putting or the chipping area of your game. So that leads again onto my next point, which is negativity. So I hear it all the time. I had a pupil come out on the golf course the other day, and he was apologising for every shot that he hit. Basically, he was always having his head down. He was frustrated with the shot that he hit, and straight away it's going to put you in a bad frame of mind for that next shot that you're coming up with. So you're generally going to hit a bad shot again, and it just gets you in a hole. It's not a very nice place to be. But if you switch that around and start thinking a bit more positively and not apologising with every shot that you hit, but more so you were going to go around and say, okay, let's get that next one close, or pick that positive out of that shot. Okay, that felt a nice swing, but obviously I didn't get it out in the middle, or I got that out in the middle, but my path was obviously a little bit left because of the ball flight. Take the positives out of the situation, go on to that next shot with them positives, and just try to go through that solid routine again and hit a good shot hopefully the next time around. Take them negative thoughts out of that mind, focus in on your target, that small area where you want the golf ball to go to, rather than thinking about them negative things like out of bounds to the right, there's water to the left, there's a bunker short of the green. Take them all out of the equation and really focus on where you want that golf ball to finish. Be more positive in the process that you're taking before you hit the shot, but also after you hit the shot, and make sure that you may have a rubber band on your wrist like I do. You pull that rubber band, you're out of that zone, and you're ready in a good frame of mind for the next shot. Set yourself little trigger points where, yes, you can maybe get upset, but take the positives out of it, go on to the next shot with a better frame of mind, and don't think about them bad shots that you've hit, why you maybe hit the bad shots, and changing things when you come to hit that next shot. Go through that routine that you do every single shot, and hopefully the outcome's going to be better because you're in a better frame of mind, a positive frame of mind, that you can achieve better results. So this goes on to us as golfers. We don't plan, we don't generally have goals written down. We may have them in our head, but what we've got to do is write them down. Out of mind, written down is a lot better. We're not going to get confused. We can draw out a path of how we are going to achieve these goals, what the plan is to achieve this goal, whether it's I want to break 90 by the end of the season. How are you going to do that? Yes, that goal's in your head, but how are you going to achieve that? Write it down. Schedule in a practice session once a week, but really focus that practice session on that area that needs improving. So you may want to go out to your PGA professional, get an on-course session, whether it's 9 holes, 18 holes, whatever you can afford, to be able to narrow down what you really need to work on to break that 90 barrier or to break that 80 barrier. Whatever your goal is, really narrow it down, put a plan into place. Your PGA professional can help you with that. So you're working on the area that needs to be worked on to improve your scores, to lower them scores. And the next time you go out on the golf course, after so many weeks of practicing, you'll be able to start to see the consistency of breaking that barrier down. You're starting to build up them stats. You're starting to reduce the number of putts you have. You're starting to gain the amount of up and downs that you're getting, whether it's around the green or out the bunker. You're starting to achieve better golf balls to the green, hitting more greens, and you're also maybe hitting more fairways. Depending on what area of that game that needs improving, you focus on that area when you go into practice. Have a plan of a 12-week process that I believe is necessary to see a change happen and take that onto the golf course, and you'll be able to see a lot better results through your game. So going through all of these 5 areas here, which is kind of blended into one really, but these are the most common factors of what I see day in, day out, why golfers don't necessarily achieve their goal at the end of the season, or maybe they have a 1-2 month goal that they want to achieve, and it's because you need to change who you play with. Even when you're going out on the golf course, don't play with them negative playing partners. Yes, you can have a laugh, you can go out once a week with your friends, but what you want to do is start to play with people that's better than you, so you can see how they act, how they go through their pre-shot routines, how they conduct themselves on the golf course, so you can start to be like them and start to play better golf for your game. Don't just keep at your level that you're playing at just because your mates are not achieving their goals. Seek out someone that you know is better than you. Ask them to play a few rounds of golf, and you're going to be able to develop your game because you're going to try to keep up with them. You're going to try to improve. Likewise, if I was playing with anyone now, I would want to play with tour players, because I know for my level of my game, to improve, I need to play with better players, and that's what's going to improve my game, and see how they conduct themselves on the golf course. Take all the negativity out of your game. So you don't want your playing partners going around saying, keep your head down. What a myth that is. Let that head come up. Let your body rotate. Get through that golf shot a lot better. Make sure that when you're going around that golf course, you're zoning out, you're playing your game. Only take advice that you know is coming from a good source. So like your PGA professional. Get some online coaching if you can't find the time to get a private lesson. get some good advice from that PGA professional so you can start improving your game. Take away practicing the wrong thing. You focus on practice the weakest area of your game or the part of your technical aspect of your swing that needs improving, so you can start building that whole package up to lowering your scores, to breaking them goals down, and you will have a lot better success at playing golf at a better level, improving your handicap, getting to that single figures maybe that it is that you want to achieve. And just be patient with the process, like we've suggested earlier. Enjoy that process. It's going to be a long game. We've got this game for the whole of our lives. What we want to do is set ourselves tasks, how we're going to achieve them, and from there we can start playing some better golf. If you need any advice, follow my social media links, give me a message. I'll happily help you with some online coaching or some practice plans put in place to help improve your game. And you've been listening to your PGA professional. I hope you enjoyed this episode and it improves your game with these 5 common things that I see day in, day out with pupils that come into my coaching bay. And we need to set these right, get these things into place to improve your game, switch these around. And like I said, follow my social media links at RLIGolf or visit my website at www.rligolf.co.uk. Thanks for listening, guys, and until next time, bye for now.